Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And for those of you that are new here, welcome to my channel as well. My name's Jen, and this is going to be my first video on the basics of crochet. I've been asked by quite a few people if I would do some video tutorials on how to crochet, and I've never taught anyone to crochet, so this is going to be a first for me and a learning experience for me as well. So first we're going to start off with the tools you need to crochet. Now as you learn this craft, you will find yourself buying more and more tools and fancier tools, but the basics, there's only 3 basic things you'll need, and that is a pair of scissors. Any pair of scissors is fine. Like I said, as you get more experienced, you'll probably want to invest in a good pair of craft scissors, but any pair of scissors is fine. Next is the crochet hook. Now, crochet hooks come in a wide variety of sizes, and they are numbered in numbers or letters. And they come in different materials, from aluminum, which this is, to wood, plastic, and even I've seen a couple glass hooks before. But I recommend the aluminum because the yarn glides easier over the aluminum hook. And I recommend as just starting out with an H hook because it's a really good size to hold in your hand to get the grasp of crocheting. Finally, and most obviously, you're going to need yarn. I recommend a light colored yarn because dark colored yarn can be sometimes tricky to see where you're putting your hook, especially if you're just beginning crochet. It's important to see where you're placing your hook to make sure it's in the right place. So I recommend a light color as well as a medium worsted weight yarn. Now when you're looking at yarn, I also recommend the Red Heart Super Saver yarn. It's very inexpensive, but it's good quality. Different crocheters have their preferences of yarn, but this is my preference. And when you're looking at the skein in the store of what to buy, you'll see here it'll tell you the recommended hook to use with the yarn, and this is a 4-ply worsted weight yarn, and it is recommended to use the H hook with this. And as you can see here, it's a medium worsted weight number 4 yarn, and it shows you. That's what you'll want to look for. All right, now that we've learned the basics of the tools you need, let's get into how to hold the hook and how to hold the yarn. Now, there is a very simple slip knot method on how to attach the slip knot to the hook, but for some reason the basics of a slip knot escape my mind, and I, for the life of me, cannot do a slip knot. So I don't stress about it. What I do is I just do the basic. I make a loop like that. I stick my hook in the loop, I pull it tight, and I make another knot. So the yarn is attached to the hook like that. I know people more experienced, let me move this over a little bit. More experienced crocheters are probably cringing at that, but I am not claiming to be perfect or to be right in my methods. I'm just showing you how I do things and what works for me and what will work for you too if you choose. So in holding your hook, there's several different ways you can hold your hook. And holding the hook to begin with, you want to hold the hook in your more dominant hand, not necessarily the hand that you write with. Now I'm left-handed, but my more dominant hand is my right hand, so I hold the hook in my right hand and I hold the yarn with my left. Now there are several ways you can hold the hook. There's this way, which is called the knife method. There is this way that is called the pencil method. I find both of those a little complicated, so I just hold my hook almost straight up and down with just a slight angle. This is what's more comfortable for me and what works for me. You're going to want to use your thumb and rest your thumb on the thumb rest, and that is the flat area of the hook. Your thumb will just rest right on the top of that. And then your other fingers will wrap around the handle part of the hook. Like that. Now this hand, the hand that is the less dominant, will hold the yarn. There are several different ways to hold the yarn. I hold the tail between my thumb and my middle finger, and then I wrap the yarn around my pointer finger, like so. Alright, so now that we know how to hold the yarn and hold the hook, now we're going to want to learn how to do a chain stitch. Alright, we're going to hold the yarn and the hook like I showed you, and you're going to wrap your yarn over the hook, and you're going to bring this loop up and slide it over the head of the crochet hook, and then pull that loop back down so the yarn is still attached to the hook. And you'll do that again, yarn over, slide the loop up and over. And you'll want to do this a total of 21 times. Alright, now we have 21 chains. If you look at the chain, you'll see that there are 3 pieces of yarn that make up each stitch. And that would be the top loop, the top piece of yarn, the middle piece, and the bottom piece. When using the single crochet that we're going to be doing, you'll always insert your hook in the top piece of yarn. So let's do that now. You're going to hold your hook and yarn like I showed you. You're going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So you're not going to insert your hook into this first stitch. You're going to come over here to the second stitch. You're going to insert your hook in the top loop of that yarn and push it through. So now you have 2 loops on your hook. You will yarn over and you will pull through one of the loops, and you will still have 2 loops remaining on the hook. You will yarn over one more time and now pull through both loops, and that is 1 single crochet. You'll want to do that for every single stitch going across a total of 20 times. So again, let me show you. You will do that in the next stitch. You will stick the crochet hook through the top loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull up through 1 loop. You still have 2 loops remaining on your hook. You will yarn over one more time and pull through both loops. And that is your second single crochet made. Let's do that one more time. Insert your hook in the top loop of the chain. 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull up through 1 loop, 2 loops remaining on the hook. yarn over one more time, and pull through both loops. And that is your third single crochet made. Like I said, you will continue with that clear across for a total of 20 times. All right, now we've gotten to the end of the chain and we have made one row of single crochets. Now we're going to want to chain one, and that means you wrap your yarn over and pull through the loop, and you will turn your work so you have the worked part of your project on the left side. If you're using your right hand, it'll be on your left side now. Now when we start our second row, you're going to want to insert the hook underneath the top 2 loops of yarn. So it looks a little bit different, and you will start in the first loop this time and you will not skip. So you take your hook, insert it in the top, and that is made up of 2 loops of yarn, but it is held together as one. You will yarn over, pull through that loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. And now you're beginning your second row of single crochets. Again, you will stick your yarn through the top 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Second crochet, single crochet made. You'll want to do that a total of 20 times. And now we have 2 rows of single crochets. Next time we will learn a double crochet as well as a triple crochet. Thanks for watching.